A lot of you are curious on how I got from jet black box dyed to this, so I'm going to show you how I did that over the course of probably 3 weeks and with very minimal damage. So let's get started, shall we? No, if you go from a darker color to a light shade, it's very damaging, especially if you have stubborn Asian hair like I do. But thankfully, I already had bleached hair prior to dyeing it black, so what's underneath of the black was already bleached out. So for me, this process wasn't as arduous as it would be if you were to have black virgin hair. It would take probably a couple more bleaching sessions with longer processing time. So what I had done was I used a box dye. Mistake, don't use a box dye to dye over your bleached hair, because if it has strong peroxide in it, it will fry your hair, and that's exactly what did to my hair. My hair was really damaged from the box dye. I think it was Feria that I used, and it was really damaging. I hated it so much. If you want to cover your light hair to something darker, please use like a demi or even a semi-permanent color, so that way you can minimize damage. Don't be impatient like I was and go get a box dye from the drugstore and just slap it on. The first thing I did was strip out the black color, and what I used was Color Oops, and you can pick this up from any drugstore, and it just comes in a box, and there's 2 bottles. You mix it together, shake it all up. Smells like sulfur and citrus, so rotten eggs and oranges, if you will. Put that in your hair and you leave it in for the allotted amount of time, and when you wash it out, it's supposed to wash out the box dye. So I tried it, and it turned my hair from jet black to a dark brown color. So I lived with that for a week, and I said, okay, I'm going to bleach my hair. I know my hair has been bleached like 3 times before this, but I'm going to bleach my hair anyway because I am a daring individual. The following week, after I did the Color Oops, I used a 30% bleach with a lot of coconut oil saturated in my hair before I started bleaching, and that brought my hair to probably like an orangey, it's like borderline blonde orangey, still very orange. I'll insert pictures for you guys to see. So it was orangey, and luckily my hair wasn't that much damaged because I used a lot of coconut oil and I did a deep protein treatment. After that 5 to 10 minutes of bleaching, again my hair was like an orangey brown, and I lived with that for another week, and then I think towards a little bit before the weekend, it wasn't a full week that I did this again. So this one miracle product that I want to share with you guys that really saved my hair from a lot of the potential damage was this Olaplex. I purchased the traveler set from Amazon, and it was around $90. Really pricey, but definitely worth the money. It's a bond multiplier, and it's supposed to find those disulfide bonds in your hair and relink them so that your hair can gain elasticity and also strength. And you know what, at first I was like, maybe it's just a gimmick. Let me give this a try since my hair is so compromised already. What do I have to lose? Worst thing that could happen is I have no hair left and I will just be bald, which is whatever, right? Hair grows back. So I was like, okay, I will purchase this and give this a try. So when this came, I used 1/8 of an ounce and mixed it with the ordinary amount of bleach that I mixed together for my hair. And it comes with instructions on how much you should put in what you're trying to achieve. So it's really kind of self-explanatory. This literally saved my hair from frying off, because usually if you bleach your hair for more than 3 times, even if you have really strong hair, it becomes mushy and stringy and breaks off. But my hair is in pretty damn good condition, and mind you, I bleached this not less than 5 times, probably even more than 5 times. So it's pretty crazy how I still have hair on my head and it still has pretty good strength. I'm like pulling on it and nothing's coming off. Now, after I realized that this miracle product can actually take my hair further than I had imagined, and this time I think I bleached probably like 20 minutes. It took me to a light golden blonde color, and I used a toner which was the Manic Panic, what is it? Blue Steel, I think it was called. It was a light blue conditioner basically. So I put that in my hair and it neutralized some of that goldenness, and it turned my hair into a I think it was still a little bit goldeny, but it was a lot better. It was like a neutral blonde color, still a dark blonde. So I lived with that for another 2 or 3 weeks. 2 days ago I bleached my roots again with Olaplex, and I also used step 2, the Bond Perfector, and my hair felt really good after bleaching. I was really surprised. I was able to bleach out my roots in probably 40 minutes, and it became a very bright yellow color. Now if your hair is bright yellow, make sure you don't put any sort of blue in it because it will turn green, such as what happened to my hair. But you know what, I was lucky enough because this blue actually turned out a nice greenish teal color. So I'm not complaining. I actually like muddy green shades because it looks witchy and I like witchy looks. I threw on the 050 Cooling Violet as a toner. Now everyone says that it turns your hair gray, but since my hair was not dyed white, it didn't turn my hair gray. Only from about like here to here it was like ashy grayish, but my roots were like bright yellow because it wasn't light enough to take that toner. So what I did was yesterday I put on a mixture of Rockabilly Blue and also Purple Haze, mixed it all up together, and then put some conditioner in it, and I put it in my roots, and I only painted it probably 2 to 3 inches from my roots to this part of my hair. And this is the color that it came out. Honestly, I'm really happy with the results. I really like it, but the only thing is my work probably wouldn't be okay with this, so I'm gonna try to wash it out before Monday. But what I want to tell you guys is that Olaplex is a really, really good product if you want to go light with minimal damage, because my hair was really, really bleached out already and the ends were really fried from the box dye and all the terrible things that I did to it previously. And after using Olaplex, my ends look pretty damn good, and like there's not a lot of parts that would snap off like it did before. After using Olaplex, my hair actually felt healthier. Now granted, if you're gonna do any kind of lightening with bleach, with strong peroxides, your hair will suffer some sort of damage. It's not going to be damage free, but Olaplex does help a lot. If you're going to bleach your hair at home especially, please get Olaplex, and it will save your hair from falling out of your head. Another thing that's very important is if you have bleached hair, if you have light hair, you have to use the correct products and products that work well for your hair in order to protect your hair and also keep the integrity of your hair after you've achieved the color that you want. A lot of people just get the color that they want and then they forget about taking care of their hair, and then it starts falling out eventually, and also it gets really dry and frizzy. It's just not pretty. To wash my hair, I always use the Proganics Anti-Fade Shampoo and Conditioner. These are really amazing. They smell like cherry blossom and they make my hair really smooth, and this is great for everyday cleansing and also conditioning. Now on days that I don't use these, I use a purple shampoo by Joico, and I will insert a picture here for you guys to see. It keeps the brass away, and I love that for that purpose. For days that I feel like my hair needs a little bit protein boost, I use this AphoG 2-minute reconstructor. This adds protein back into your hair and it gives your hair strength. When you bleach your hair, you lose a lot of protein in your hair, so your hair becomes very fragile and it breaks really easily. So when I feel like my hair needs a boost of protein, I use this AphoG Keratin 2-minute reconstructor. And it's really, really good in strengthening my hair. I noticed that when I use this consecutively for 2 or 3 days, it really gives me strength in the hair. So when I pull it, my hair feels a lot thicker and stronger. One thing you have to pay attention to is you don't want to over protein your hair, because if you do that, your hair can snap off. To prevent myself from giving my hair too much protein, I balance that with a nourishing moisture mask, and this is by Macadamia Professional. This guy is really expensive and the jar is pretty small, but a little bit of this stuff goes a long way, and this is super, super moisturizing. I love this stuff. It smells amazing and it definitely makes my hair feel very sleek, feels more moisturized, and I feel like this really penetrates the hair shaft and making my hair feel really soft after using this. So these two together will give your hair a good balance of moisture and protein, which is what you need to have healthy hair. I always blow dry my hair because I feel like it gives me the best style. I know it's really bad, you shouldn't blow dry your hair a lot, but I do it because I'm just used to that and my hair handles it well, so I'm okay with that. So I always make sure I put in a heat protectant, and Redken makes really good heat protectants. The ones I'm using right now are their pillow proof blow dry express primer. It kind of has like an oily layer and then a bottom layer, kind of like a makeup remover. It's kind of interesting. Shake it up and then you spray it all over your hair before you blow dry. And then on top of that, I will use this diamond oil. This is also a heat protectant. And also, since it's an oil, it gives your hair a little bit of shine and makes it sleek. So these two together, I will always put in my hair before I blow dry. After I blow dry, I use another product, and this is by Proganics. I use their anti-fade weightless argan oil as kind of like a finishing spray to give my hair more shine, and also it keeps my hair really bouncy, and I feel like the oil is so lightweight that it makes my hair look healthier but doesn't weigh it down, so I love that. Now, I don't wash my hair every day either. On the days that I don't wash my hair, I use a dry shampoo. And the dry shampoo that I use is by Redken as well, and this is the Pillow Proof Blow Dry 2-Day Extender. And when I spray it in my hair, it gives me a cooling sensation, which feels really nice. It's very invigorating, and also it keeps my hair from getting oily, but also it doesn't dry out my hair like some of the other dry shampoos do, and I love this for that. With these products that I mentioned, my hair feels really smooth and soft, and also has the amount of integrity that it needs for me to be able to style it however I want. A word of advice is, if you guys are gonna go through this process of bleaching your hair, of doing all this, please make sure you do your research and know what products will work for you, and always do a strand test before you start. And after you achieve the color that you want, make sure you find products that work for you, and also make sure you take the work into protecting your hair from further damage. So hopefully this video helped you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Bye!